Mickey 17 is a visually stunning, dark, comedic sci-fi that has some top-tier performances from its main cast with some eerily relevant political themes that very much has a show but don't tell approach to the story that does its best to keep you engaged. Although the length of the movie may test your patience, is it worth the trip? This movie stars Robert Pattinson, and he does a terrific job in the role. He plays two different versions of Mickey, and Mickey's an expendable, which means that he's sent to do the dangerous jobs where you're likely gonna die. And then when he does eventually die, he's essentially just 3 printed out of this MRI machine and put in all of his memories, and then he does it again. This movie seems to capitalize on this ongoing trend that seems to be coming out in 2025 where you get one actor play two roles. I mean, we have it here with Robert Pattinson. Robert De Niro has a movie coming out soon, and so does Michael B. Jordan. But this one does it very well. He makes each character unique, and the way he's able to change his voice is surprising. Like when we first saw him in his first few scenes, I was even wondering if that's even Robert Pattinson's voice, just because of how different he is. He's really studied his craft, especially coming from Twilight and Harry Potter to where he's come in like the past 5 years. He's a completely different actor, and he's easily becoming one of my favorite actors. He does such an amazing job in this movie. Another actor of note would be Naomi Ackie, who played Nasha, which is one of my favorite characters from the movie. She is so badass, and I liked her so much. She was funny. She always had Mickey's back, and she was just a great supporting character that she knew what she wanted, and she was never afraid to speak out for what was right and for what she needed done. And I think she was definitely one of the best actors in the movie. But perhaps the most surprising one, and it shouldn't have been surprising, but it was Mark Ruffalo playing Kenneth Marshall, who is this ex-congressman that's a bit of a radical. This movie was started production in 2022 and happened to follow eerily close to some more recent events with Mark Ruffalo's character. And I remember seeing some interviews with Mark Ruffalo saying that he felt when filming that his character is just so over the top, but now seems a lot more realistic. And I gotta say, yeah, there are definitely some comparisons there you can 100% see. Mark Ruffalo absolutely nailed it. I don't know whether or not to hate his character or feel bad for him, but his character just wants to start this pure race on this new planet, and it's fucked up. A lot of this movie is incredibly fucked up. It is a dark comedy to its core, and it's so well done. The comedy is not like in your face, and it's not in every moment, but it's subtle and it's well done. And I did laugh out loud several times during the movie. I really enjoyed it. It's not an action-packed movie, and at some points it does feel a little bit longer. It very much follows a show and not tell approach, and I greatly appreciate that. One thing about this movie that was a bit confusing is they have these great characters. And then for some reason in this movie, about like halfway through he entered, there's just this guy in a fucking pigeon outfit for the rest of the movie, and I don't have no clue what the fuck he's doing there. I don't know if it's like saying that those scenes are like Mickey, it's when Mickey's in that sequence that's him having a dream or having like just spacing out, but there's just a fucking pigeon, and I have no clue why, but it was kind of funny. It kind of brought a little bit of lightness to a very otherwise dark movie. One thing that I don't know if this is something that you'll be interested in, but walking out of the theater, I was hearing several groups talking, and it seemed very split with it, people who liked it and people who didn't. So that's also one thing that I kind of like about it, is I think it very much depends on, I guess, on your viewpoints, whether you're going to like it or not. I think if you go in there wanting to have a fun time, go for like a good dark comedy and with a great sci-fi premise and some beautiful CGI, you're going to have a lot of fun. But if you go in there and try to take things a little bit too seriously and try to compare a little bit too much to modern events, you may not enjoy it as much, as depending on your political views, it may not be for you. But honestly, I went in there, I had a blast. The acting's really well done. Some badass characters, some great moments. I would say give it a shot. If you're a fan of sci-fi, if you're a fan of dark comedies, this is definitely up your alley. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're a fan of superheroes, fantasy, some fantastic characters, go check out our recent Invincible review. It is such a great episode. And if you haven't seen it yet, please go check it out. Thank you guys so much.